Maz, you got to take these away.
Hacienda, I'm not surprised by, right? Because if you're Optic, you probably vetoed Arsenal hardpoint. But the frequency hardpoint in Game 4, that is the only thing that we've seen Luminosity be very solid at. So I imagine Optic had the choice between that and Seaside, and they opted not to go to Seaside. Now, Optic very good on Seaside with Dashy. But I don't know about Zuma, right? What reps have they had with Zuma? How have scrims gone?
Well, okay.
But if you're looking at this from LG's point of view, I think you're pretty happy with at least the hard point.
I just have a question to start. Optic have the sub. LG are now in form. Who are you taking in this series?
Yeah, no. Not getting caught in this trap.
Okay, all right. Let's get right into the game. Hacienda hardpoint map 1 in our final best of 5 in the first leg of Division A. After this, we have the weekend, and we welcome in our Division B squads. For Optic, though, can you get to 5-2? Scump said on Hot Mic, that's the number they wanted to get to, where they felt good about their performance without Dashy here. And for LG, are they finally here?
That's the question. Can they put together, 3 series in a row? That's nice shots by Formal on to Zuma. He's able to find another one. John with one as well as we rotate on over to Garage. It's just Crim trying to stay alive, able to win the first gunfight. He's feeling good about that one. As it's on the Formal. Crim, can he win the second one? No. It's gunless with a bit of a double ICR setup from LG. They might switch on that. That's probably just for the start.
That's what's scary about the LG team. Oh, I killed Formal. Next up, gunless in the same position. The talent is there. But can they all click? 4 go down for Optic Gaming. That means it'll be garage control now for Luminosity. Crim6 finds a pick, trying to get in through connector, but he will end up dropping, and the trades go the way of LG. Not a ton of points on the board, really, for either side right now. But I think Gunless saw him come over the top, and he's able to pick him out. 2 kills in a row now for Gunless. Yeah, that's where your teammates are spawning.
And there was that switch right off the start. He had the double ICR, but that's just for the first hill. Switches back to the mat. He's able to find a couple, but a pretty back and forth game. LG will, well, they may not get all this draft time. Slack does have to win a gunfight on the TJ, but Optic already focused on the fences. You can see all the green arrows. Sorry, I got a little caught up. You really surprised me. Yeah.
Oh, with the gifts? You're emotional right now, a little choked up, Joe? I understand.
Just a little bit, yeah, it's tough.
I understand. I really like to pamper my loves. You're a lucky man.
I know I am.
Focus the fences now. TJ caught, has to reload. Pressure now to Scump. Fences can be utter chaos just with the movement in this game. Karma, though, gets 3. The opening maybe for Optic, but the contest is still here. 4-on-4 in the hard point as the push comes in. Karma and Crim doing what they can, but John there with the SOG. Him and Slack shut it down. But there's just been a lot of contested time, and just still, you think about right now we're gonna have, 180 total available points through 3 hard points. I just feel like not a lot of points on the board. So yeah, so much contest.
But you did see Scump find 4 kills in a row, so he's gonna be on a bit of a spree, but he gets taken down by Slack, and that's really been the big difference for me when you look at last week compared to this week. I think Slack has really turned it around. We've seen him step up, and just the stats that we expect. It doesn't have to be great. It doesn't have to be, a 1.1, or it doesn't even have to be a 1. It could be around like a 0.9, and as long as he's doing that, LG should be fine. Crim, though, him, Zuma, TJ, all find kills. They're able to wipe out Luminosity. And now finally it just seems like a bit of a break on the contest and the pressure in the hill.
Yeah.
As TJ's gonna get pushed out bottom bar. He's on a 3 spree. And Optic controlling this hill well.
Yeah, it was the first couple of seconds. It felt like where there wasn't a gunfight just for a moment. But now the push in from Luminosity. Scump with the 180 as he snaps back to pick up Classic. Nice precision there to find the kill. Tac 5 comes in from Optic Gaming. Still very little separation between the 2 sides as Luminosity get the scrap time.
Yeah, that was just not a lot of points on either side. I mean, you have a 12-point lead.
So what does that tell you just about the matchup between them right now?
Well, it's they're rotating, right? We saw LG rotate, but what's happening is that next set of kills aren't going their way. Optic, they rotate defenses. The next set of kills aren't going their way. What does that mean? They can't get pushed out. They can't earn a lot of that time. Optic finally did on the last hill, but they're just trading back and forth, and it's very similar so far on this hill. Finally, LG able to find a couple of seconds, but we know how tough it is to earn it as Karma and Zuma find kills.
I'm trying to think, have we had a hard point go to time?
I don't think we have.
I know it happened a lot in World War II, and not that it may not happen here, but if it keeps at this pace, it would.
The other thing, a lot of that is probably just due to the movement, right? Just the speed of...
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of a time it's happened, and I can't think of one.
I don't believe we have. But Optic will tie it up. They get the last couple of seconds, but we're back to garages gunless. Now here's what I'm talking about. Can LG find these kills? Because if not, then you're going to see the contest-heavy presence from Optic once again. And it's already here. Slack gives up the stairs, Scum's there, Zuma's there as well. Zuma able to find two. But Formal still locking down the back. Slack has grab slam. Is he going to pop it? He is. Blows up the Lambo, but doesn't get the kill. So a bit of a wasted grab slam right there from Slack. Haven't seen many of those from him. Saw it a couple of times in week 1, but not much in week 2.
Certainly some improvement there. Absolutely, as he started to play better. Just about a 20-point lead for Optic Gaming. Zuma, a chance to get streaks. He's on 5 in a row. Finds a Maddox to work with as well. They're going to leave him to pick up this garbage time, so we'll rotate off of him just to check on those rotation fights. We'll get back to him once he gets into the mix just to see if he can get those streaks. But let's take a look on this first opening push from Optic, because they're in a 4v5 situation right now. Push slowed down by the grenade. Karma goes with the grab slam. That's 2 picks. Here comes the entries. Optic Gaming now find an opening in the front. Nice shots from TJ as they keep going forward. They've backed up the side of LG so quickly. Now Zuma's here. Well, now Zuma's here and now Zuma's gone.
Yeah, but Krim answers back on the Formal. That's the Annihilator. You'll take that all day. Karma and TJ able to find some kills as well. A big kill out of Krim. And
well, I think you get a big kill out of Formal to stop the streaks for Zuma. Then Krim answers right back to shut down the Annihilator. These two teams just testing each other right now. But this is the biggest lead we've seen. Up 60 is Optic.
They're going to hit the final 15 as well, so a great job by Optic Gaming. When you're LG and you rotate that early on, you give up the last 28 garage, you have to be able to win that 5 versus 4 that we were talking about, right? Zuma goes all the way around. But it was Karma who opened things up with the grab slam. Now we're going to get back to this rock hill, and, well, Karma and TJ, fine kills.
It seems like Optic finally getting comfortable in this game 1. They've taken over. It was so back and forth early, but now they're dialed in. Let's get to an Astro Gaming listen-in with Optic Gaming.
We spawn rock, we're spawning
Hill, got me 3 hill. Nice.
One more one shot.
Last 2 hill, last 2 hill. Last 2.
Yeah. He's outer.
Keep contesting.
I'll watch your guys
Outer killed me.
I've outer. And water hop.
Oh.
One
Outer.
shot. They're weak. Slow down.
Weak, close.
One shot.
Tomorrow hill.
Real water.
They still have War Machine, right? Outer wet water, Matt.
He's dead. Jumping out.
Got 2. Outer weak. 2-0, last 2.
I got one.
One more ender, last guy.
Play my life here.
One shot.
He's a bullet on hill.
There's 2.
Top open,
vision,
dead.
Guys, go open.
He's above
I
me.
can vision,
Above me.
Next to hold.
Yeah.
You want a vision?
Do it.
Hey, yo, challenge open with me. 2 and hold on me. One's water.
Water.
He's open all. I got one more rock. 2 open, they're weak.
One
One shot rock, Jerry. Yo, 2 rock. One more rock.
One's nice, Damon. Rock. Last guy rock.
What's that rock?
No, there's a couple of rocks. There's a couple of rock.
I spawn arches.
You watching that?
Bottom dead.
Got your arch.
What's top desk?
Dead.
Nice.
Nice, yo.
There's one more rock. Two rock. Last 2.
You have time.
I got time.
2 rock, 2 and rock.
Yeah, 2 rocks.
I saw him flat.
3 rock maybe?
Got your help here.
They're gonna be
Top
bar, yeah.
On the heady, one shot. Outer, one shot. Pierce.
On him, secret.
Nice, yo, get the new peasant.
Top open.
It could be Lambo. I think he's Lambo.
Top open still.
He's spiral. He is top open. Nick.
Rock, one shot, Jerry.
Top open. Play connect. Yeah, good play, Tommy.
Yeah.
This one connector spot. Nice one.
Let's
One more new. Lambo.
Let's go around the back.
Yeah.
You guys should go lobby though.
They're gonna have ground pound.
Lobby.
Yeah, I'm gonna grapple to the back.
In the back.
Optic with a flawless hold there at the first hard point in the third set of rotations. Now only need 20 more points. There's an LG sweatshirt, and we're right back to the action.
Taking a look at the side of OPTIC. No specialists, so they are going to have to break this with their guns. Classic trying to stay alive, not having the best game. He's night 10 right now. Crimson's able to find a couple. OPTIC might be able to finish the game one here. But John, trying to break on it. It's Crim still alive on a bit of a spree. You just take a look at the OPTIC side. Look at just how consistent every single player is right now. Nobody having a bad game. Just a team performance on all five.
It seems like, you know, switch flip kind of halfway through this game,
Yeah, I mean,
right?
there's what, 80 to 100 or so?
All but a tie game, really, until around that 100-point mark. Now, Luminosity aren't quite dead yet, but it is not looking good. Zoom out of position to deal with two players pushing. That's going to be Formal and Classic coming around the edge. They will find it, but Karma has the support as he trades out both. As he drops, though, you do have fences set up for Luminosity. What do they have? War Machine. And you're about to have Annihilator on Crim. Obviously, the Annihilator and the grab slam, a big part of what got a big part of how OPTIC found time on the fences hardpoint earlier. Ooh.
Unless he's able to connect one, but I was just saying, I even think this is his first one, because we heard in the listening, TJ was like, do they still have War Machine? And he was like, yeah. Like, they haven't used it yet. So that was Gunless's first War Machine. Crim now with another Annihilator at fences. Trying to find the last couple of kills. The contest still here. OPTIC, though, the help of TJ able to get on in as TJ finds another couple of kills, and this should do it. OPTIC just need 5 more seconds.
LG has to contest. Doesn't look like they can get in. There's map 1. OPTIC get the victory. They play much better through the second half of that game. They get a feel for the map, a feel for the mode. And they take over. And you know, you and I were chatting during that listen in, and we were just kind of talking back before, like, what's going on? And you were just like, well, when was the last time you saw the kill feed kind of light up blue? Like, it just seemed like there was a solid couple of minutes there where OPTIC just massively outslayed